Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Making myself some tea here,
I've got my water.
getting ready for our chat. It's the season,
Always
like
my favorite.
I know, right? You get all the warm liquids. I've been
I've been on a hot tea kick too.
Can
I
you
gave up
overdose?
coffee
You gave up coffee.
only because I have to qualify this, not because coffee. I love caffeine, but it's because I really love coffee with all the really good tasting stuff in it.
Mm.
And it just wasn't helping me feel my best. So I switched to hot tea, which I really love. Ever since we went to Scotland, I have been on a hot tea kick, but it's usually not cold enough here for hot tea for me to love it. But right now I'm really feeling it.
I love tea. So I drink my coffee black and I just enjoy the taste of it. Like it's not the same when you go out for tea with somebody. Like it's always nice to go out for a coffee.
Yeah.
So leaving that, but I was sick recently and I rediscovered tea, which I absolutely adore. But now I'm thinking, like, can you overdose on tea? Because I've been drinking way too much of it. So, and we have an amazing tea shop nearby. So I just did like a huge hole and I have this cute little teapot, like a personal teapot.
Oh,
So
that is cute.
yeah. And then anyway, but we digress. This is like Marina and Ashley show. Hi, how are you?
I'm
Welcome
good.
to
Sorry, I love seeing everybody coming in. I'm like, oh, familiar faces, few new faces.
Isn't it great? That's my favorite part. It's like when you're hosting a party and you're like, who showed up? Who's here? Um, yeah, welcome to our first town hall of 2023, right? So this is the last time I'm going to say this. I promise it's the last time, but Happy New Year, everybody. I had to, right? We haven't said it yet
Yes.
this year, so absolutely had to, but I'm embarrassed to continue saying it. So past this point, no more. Like this was the last.
You're allowed to say it all the way through January. I thought you were going to say the time has gone so fast because it really has. But I was like, I know that won't be the last time I say it. So
No, time is truly flying. That was kind of like, when we had our end of year get together, I said the days are long, the weeks sometimes, are long, but the year just really, really flew by. And it's crazy because it's funny. So of course, I'm going to tie this into coaching, but as coaches, we always talk about setting goals and doing something. And Eugene and I set that goal of running 365 days last year.
yes.
Which we did it. We crushed it. We ran every single day thank you, for 365 days. My niece survived, our relationship survived. So, it's all good. But I was thinking to myself, if we didn't run every single day, the year would have passed anyway. Like what happened, right? So
Yep.
we always talk about this, right? The time goes by anyway. And if you don't put the time in, if you don't do something, the time is still going to pass and you're not going to be any closer to your goals. So please don't set crazy goals like this. It made absolutely no sense. Never again, but it was just like a fun thing to do. But the time passes, it goes by. So might as well do something worthwhile with it, right? So anyway, that's my little health coaching tie-in.
I love it. Always
Yeah.
got to bring it back.
Always got to bring it back. And it wouldn't be our town hall if I didn't ask you what the weather is like by you.
Okay. Well, that's a rough question for today because yesterday was a rough weather day for Houston. I don't know if anybody here and our participants are from the Houston area, but we don't often get tornadoes. But we've had a few this in the last couple of months. But yesterday we got a pretty nasty one right outside of Houston Metro that really impacted a lot of buildings in the area. It was pretty nasty and gnarly and lots of flooding, which definitely not great. But it brought cold weather with it, which again, very un-Texas behavior in the weather, but I love cold weather, so that's nice. The horse, however, is not so excited for the cold and rainy weather because it means he has to spend some time in his stall. So every time I take the puppy outside to use the restroom, he whinnies and neighs and is fussing at me from his stall, like, you can come let me out. You know I'm still here, right? Like I don't belong in here. I want to go roll in the mud because that's really what he wants to do. Yes.
That sounds like fun. Who doesn't, right? Like who doesn't want to just roll in a mud?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in addition to the horse and a donkey, you now have a new puppy as well. Me too.
Yes, Mom, we have an animal problem. I keep telling my kids we're at critter capacity, like no more critters. And then another one comes along that has an adorable face and small, fluffy, big attitude. That's my weakness. So, here we are with a puppy.
Here we are. Well, I love looking at pictures. So, just keep them coming. Keep adopting puppies and horses and donkeys. All right. So what are we 5 minutes into it? And okay, so we got through the weather.
Time to go.
We chatted about our tea addiction. Okay. So welcome to our town hall. For those of you who don't know us, I'm Marina Berhovich. I'm the CEO and founder of YourCoach Health. And I'm joined by Ashley Honeycutt.
Yep. And I am Ashley. I'm the Director of Health Coaching Operations here at YourCoach.
So if you're new to our town halls, this is what we do. We get together once a month and we chat about the weather. We talk about what's new here at YourCoach. We chat about industry news. Sometimes we have some guests that join us. Sometimes it's just us and the YourCoach team, but it's just a really casual conversation. And we do these once a month because we want to connect with you guys. We want to share with you what's going on. Transparency is something that we're really, really big on around here. And we just want to see what you're up to as well. So we love all the questions that we get at the end. And that's what it's all about. So this is our January town hall, the first of the 12th that we're going to have this year. So that's who we are and a little about what YourCoach is. So we are the operating system behavior for augment a company's health coaching operations in 30 to 90 days. And coaches just like you, the gig economy of health coaches who are practicing on form. So we have all the parts, we have all the pieces, we plug our APIs and widgets into our clients' platform. So it's a seamless, beautiful experience for our clients and users and our coaches on a very familiar YourCoach platform that you guys have come to know and hopefully love as much as we do. I love this graphic, like all the wheels coming together.
It's beautiful.
And then I think this is the part probably that everybody always looks forward to, new features and platform updates. So this is what we've been working on. So excited about this one. This has been in the making.
Such a big one.
Such a big one. This is what we call an epic feature around here. We've been working on this probably for the most part of the year. It started with some focus groups that we were running, and it ended with this beautiful feature that we were able to roll out in December, just right under the wire. And this is our food diary. So I know there's a lot of food trackers out there. This one is very health coaching specific, which means that your clients don't always want to know their macros. They don't always want to know their calories. Sometimes you could be coaching somebody with an eating disorder and that could be a trigger for them. Yeah. So in that case, you don't need to see how many calories are in a meal. You don't even need to put in any of the actual measurements. You can just send a picture. For those clients that are tracking sugar or calcium or I don't know what else, macros, right? There's all these different trackers that you can choose and you can track on, and that's going to show you the information. Ashley, want to add something?
Yeah, well, my favorite part about this one is the story of how it came to be, because I think this is so indicative of everything that we do at YourCoach. It starts with coaches saying, this would be a really neat feature that I could use with my clients. And then it turns into a focus group of us saying, awesome, okay, tell us more. We want to know exactly how you would use this and what should it look like. And then coming together, and the team works so hard. And I know we just had this beautiful blog come out about how features come into play. And so everybody can check that out to see. But it really starts with our coaching community, and then it gets developed into this beautiful product. But there's a million different ways to use this. I mean, we know when we're working with our clients, awareness is at the core of everything. We're trying to help our clients gain awareness. So whether that's awareness, they're looking at the sodium that they're consuming because maybe they have a heart condition that they're monitoring with their physician, or maybe they're just worried about high blood pressure and they haven't seen a physician yet and they want to see if it's impacted by sodium. They can track that. Or maybe it is macros they want to look at, which is great. Okay, we can go all the way in and we can look at macros. So much flexibility here. And again, maybe you're one of those people, I fall into this bucket. I will track food when I absolutely need to, and it's essential to my goals. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I just know that, hey, I get more energy at certain times, and other times I feel bloated and I need a little less information. I don't want to track to the gram. So I can snap photos of it and then go back and reference and see, okay, when I felt most energized, what was I eating? When I was feeling a little bit bloated, what was I eating? That flexibility is really key because we can meet our clients where they're at.
Yep. And the beautiful thing, it's right within the platform. It's in a toolbox.
Yep.
So your clients have it in their toolbox. You have it in your toolbox. So coaches can track it for themselves as well. And next release, so not this release that we're going to have this month, but the one following, we're actually going to have the ability where your clients will be able to share it with you right within the platform. And they're going to have the ability to choose what they want to share. If they just want to share the meals, if they just want to share the calories, if they just want to share the pictures. So they're going to have full autonomy of what they're going to be sharing with you. And of course, that's something that the two of you can decide in advance. And also there's more features that are going to be coming for the food diary. There's going to be the ability to create meals and save. So we're going to be doing a lot of things that's going to make it a little more fun and easier to use. But as always, feedback. So we'd love to hear from you, how you're using it, if this is what you had in mind when we were designing this feature, how we can make it better, how it fits into the coaching lifestyle. So anything that you can share with us, we'd love to hear. But super excited about the food diary. And it's available on mobile and desktop. We also have the improved certifications upload. So I know you guys know that you can upload your certificates so your clients can see them and they can see where you went to school. You've worked so hard at your certifications. You want to share them. And before it was all freehand, but now you can choose from our handy dandy drop down menu. And if your school or the certification is not on there, you can always add it. That's not a problem as well. And before you could only upload photos of your certificates, and we heard you. So now you can upload PDFs as well. So we made it a little bit easier to and streamlined to upload your certifications. Keep adding them. We also updated our perks. So for those of you who are new to YourCoach, we're all about our coaches. And we're all about making the platform more fun and easier to use. And actually, let's chat a little bit about our gamified pricing that we have. So as always, coaches on a platform, new coaches, you get 2 individual programs and 1 group program for free. You can run them forever. If that's the only programs you have, that's fine. You never have to pay for the platform. Now, once you start using the platform, you get points for all the activities that you do. And Ashley put together this wonderful onboarding document that specifies the activities, and it has the little insights and what you can actually earn points for. Spoiler alert, like you literally earn points for everything. So creating your profile, creating a program, inviting clients to your program, starting that program, sharing materials with them, hosting live sessions, like literally everything. And then the more points you get, the price of the platform actually goes down the more you practice. So after your initial programs, like when you start your 4th program, the price of the platform really starts at $40, but nobody pays $40 because by that time you've accumulated a bunch of points. So worst case scenario, it starts at $35. Best case scenario, you start around $30, $25. So you start with that. And then the more you practice, the price actually goes down to $10 a month. And that's where the point system comes in. We also have these perks. And the perks are accumulated by, doing activities on a platform. So for example, it's completing your programs. It's for your clients completing their goals. It's for uploading your certifications. And there's 4 perks that you can unlock. So the first one is being featured on our socials, on our blogs, on our newsletters, because we always love featuring coaches. We love to share what you guys do out into the world. Super exciting for us. The second one is VIP access to events. So you get complimentary tickets and event recordings for CEUs. So right now, in order to get CEUs for our events, you need to attend them live. If you reach this perk, you can also earn CEUs by watching because we record all of our webinars. And normally for the recordings, you don't get CEUs, but with this perk, you actually can. And any of the events that we host, if we charge for them, you would attend at no cost at all. So we actually never charge for non-CEU admission. We don't charge. We only charge for CEU admission. And all of that goes towards our scholarship. Every penny of that goes towards our scholarship, which we can talk about in a little bit. Another perk, which I am super excited about, and this is something that's new, is leveling up your skills. So our wonderful Ashley hosts events all the time. And these events, we'll share a little bit more about them later. And these are about all about your coaching skills. So when you reach that perk, you get exclusive access to those events as well at no cost. And then the 4th perk, which, did I say that I had a favorite already? I don't know, but this one is my favorite, is new client opportunities. And this is something that we talked about, where we are the operating system for behavior change powered by health coaches. So in order to practice with our industry partners, in order to have those opportunities through us, you would need to reach that perk. And in order to reach that perk, practice, 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 practice on the platform. So this is the updated perk system, which super excited about. And if you guys want more information, there is, of course, more information on a platform. You can look at it right in your certification profile, or you can reach out to Rebecca and she'll be happy to walk you through in one of our onboardings. Wow, that was a lot.
But it's such good stuff.
It is really good stuff. So we've been really
I feel like it's almost like the infomercial, but wait, there's more.
It's always like that, right? It's we have to like calm ourselves down all the time.
I know.
You guys,
because we get in these meetings and we're like, oh, we could do this fun thing. We should do this fun thing. This would be really neat. Coaches would like this. And then we just add it.
If you think that this is, we only behave like this when we are on camera doing webinar, like, no, this is how we are in real life. We're like, but wait, there's more. Hold on. How about this idea? And how about this idea, right? So every time we have a small little idea, like a small improvement, that's how it rolls into an epic feature, because we're like, but wait, there's more. And if you think it's just me and Ashley, no, there's 26 of us on a team right now. And when I tell you everybody has opinions, everybody has opinions. We started developing a feature. All the opinions come in about how we can make it better, how we can make it stronger, how we can make it more interesting. And then it turns into epics. So a little glimpse into how our team operates. So just wanted to share a little bit more about what we did in 2022. Like it was a big year. We had a release every month, which I'm super proud about and super excited about. So some of the things that we did pausing and extending groups, live session redesign. So now there's transcripts that you can do, there's recordings that you can host. So that's been a really useful feature. We got a lot of amazing feedback on that. We finally have evergreen programs for individual programs. Our new scheduler came out. And so before you guys asked this question, I know there's been a lot of chatter about integrating our calendar within the Google Calendar. We know all about it. We've been working on it. So this feature will be out this year. It's going to be in Q2 of this year, probably towards the end of Q2, but we are absolutely on it. We're working on it. We're working on making it the best and most seamless integration possible. So it's taken a little bit longer, but I promise you it's coming. we're listening, and we get it. We're frustrated with it as well a little bit. So it's coming. We have a new coach resources folder, which we keep adding to. It's, that's Ashley's baby, like a lot of fun resources for your coaches to use. We have group program redesign, of course, the food diary, which we just talked about, certification upload. Recurrent tasks are a lot easier to manage. And we did a ton of other improvements that are so little, but just make the platform a lot more user-friendly. So that was a lot. Busy year.
It's a very busy year.
Want to talk about this one a little bit?
Speaking of a busy year.
The long-awaited health coaching industry report. So we did version 1 when we were babies. We released it in 2020. So much has changed. Things are changing on a regular, and we're very proud to have finally released version 2 of our health coaching report. So some of the things that you'll find in there is demystifying health coaching and the profession, intersection of digital health and health coaching, science of health coaching and the trends in clinical trials, which is huge. Upcoming reimbursements. I know we're all interested in that. And just the overall industry landscape and key industry trends. So this report is beautiful, if I may say so myself. It's over 80 insightful pages. It's a lot of graphics. It just lays things out. There's a lot of demographic information on coaches. There's a lot of information on salaries, on where part-time jobs versus full-time jobs. It's a lot of really interesting insights. There's a lot of contributions from key opinion leaders in the industry. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, I highly urge you to do so. It's on our website, and we're going to be doing a lot more interesting deep dives into various parts of the report this year.
There is so much good information in there, but my favorite, I always say this, my favorite part, but then I have the next favorite part, right? So, but seriously, one of my favorite things is through this, not only is it beautiful aesthetically, but the content of it is so rich, and it's all verified and validated information with sources. So you can look back and see where this came from and know that it came from a reputable source. It's not just a number that was found on a random blog or, a small pool of 50 coaches, giving some input and looking at it. No, this is from key players in the sphere and reputable research studies that have happened.
Absolutely. And yeah, that's the most exciting part, that the studies, right? Because we all want to know the value of health coaching. What does it really do? Who does it really help? And there's a ton of information in there. So we've been sharing little bits and pieces on our socials. So you've probably seen glimpses of this report, but Ashley, you're absolutely right. Everything is validated. Everything is cited. You can find the information everywhere. And if you have questions about anything that you see in the report, please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Upcoming events.
There's so many upcoming events.
Ashley, I'll leave it to you.
Oh, there's so many good ones coming up. But let's start with the first one. It's coming up really, really fast. And that's going to be this one on February 9th. It's Fostering a Connection in a Digital World, Coaching with Confidence in Virtual Workspaces. So this is one of those that we know, digital coaching, while it's been around for a while, in the scheme of things, it's still relatively new, even in the coaching world, and we're still navigating what it looks like. So, we're able to reach across all these geographical boundaries. We're able to reach more clients. There's all of these positives to it. But I think we're still figuring out how to have this human touch and human experience over the technology. So this course is really designed to come in and figure out, what are the tips and tricks to do that? How do we build rapport with clients? Little sneak peek here. Did you know your clients are going to form an opinion, a professional opinion of you within 1/10 of a second of signing on to the video session with you? What do you do to make sure that 1/10 of a second is going to give the most favorable professional opinion of you? How do you set up your background. We're going to talk about, there's a scientific study actually on how to set up your background in coaching calls to make your client feel most comfortable. We're going to go through that. We're going to talk about all of these things that are going to help to build that rapport, because we know at the core of coaching, you have to have great rapport with your client. It depends on that. And then how do we leverage that to help them then hit their ultimate why and lead them, help them get to their goals. So lots of really neat and interesting things in there. And then we've got all kinds of other events after that I'm excited about too. So we're going to switch gears a little bit. February, still in February, we're going to do 2 events there. It's, of course, Heart Health Month. So we're going to be talking about coaching and cardiovascular care. This can cover so many things. And I think, if we just look at that, I love the title, by the way, At the Heart of the Matter. Like, it's so cute.
We were really proud of that one, weren't we?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yes. But in all seriousness, the heart is at everything that we do. It's at the center, right? Even the topics we don't necessarily associate with heart health. So we think about cardiovascular care, maybe our mind eventually, immediately goes to being on this clinical care team, but not necessarily. When we work with clients, how often do we come across clients who have high blood pressure or are watching their cholesterol, or who are maybe going through smoking cessation, which can have some cardiovascular side effects, right? So what do we need to look for? How can we support them as they're working with their doctor through any kind of cardiovascular care plan? What are the biometrics that are important for us to know? What does it look like even to be a coach working in a cardiovascular clinic? Because we do know that coaches are becoming more and more a part of clinical care teams. So we're going to cover all of those different things, lots of things going on in that one. And then we've got, come March, re-engaging clients and keeping them focused, back on track when the novelty of resolutions wears off. Because we all know January is like the motivational, huge kickoff, right? We're all excited and stoked about our resolutions. And by the time March comes, maybe we're still working on them. Maybe that motivation has waned quite a bit. So this is going to be focused on all of those little tips and tricks that we can do to re-engage maybe clients that are falling off a little bit. Maybe they're not responding quite as much, or they're disengaging from coaching. I'm going to talk a lot about stages of change, how to meet clients where they're at, how to identify what stage of change they're in, and then lots of practical tools and tricks that you can have for each of those stages of change. Our goal with all of these is for you to walk away with your toolbox filled up. We want you to have practical steps that you can take when you walk away. And I think for everybody who's been to our CEU courses will attest that is absolutely what we strive to do, and how everybody feels when they walk away. They're like, okay, I've got at least a handful of things that I can do now when I see X, Y, or Z pop up. I feel like I'm talking so much there. I just get really excited about these.
No. I love when you're excited. And I'm taking a little tea break. So yeah, keep going.
Okay. And then in April, we're going to do women's health. Mention the unmentionables. Another fun title.
I was going to say, that's my favorite title. I love that one.
There's so many good ones. We have way too much fun coming up with these. I wish I could take credit for them. These are not my titles. This is a lot of our team coming up with them. Marina and Rebecca especially, and the rest of our team. They're very handy at this type of stuff. But women's health, we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about everything from cycle health to fertility to perimenopause, menopause, going into all different facets of women's health and how we can best support women through their journey. And that also goes into a lot of the mental health that goes along with the physical health. So lots of different things that we're going to tie into there. As we all know, women's health is really taking off in complex. It's a burgeoning field. There's a whole lot going on. We're seeing lots of women's health digital therapeutics pop up, a big movement for women's health products. So this is going to be really exciting to dig into that. And then in May, we're going to do mental health and care, the making of happy and healthy humans, because of course, we're all about happy and healthy humans here. So for Mental Health Month, we would love to dive into how as health coaches, we can support the mental health of our clients. And particularly as we work through clients who may be having challenges around depression, anxiety, who may be working with a therapist, who may have some clinical diagnoses, but want to work with a health coach as well. How do you how do you toe that line on your scope and still be able to provide health coaching and maybe even be part of that support care team. This will be a great tie-in. I know a lot of people came to our coaching in the presence of trauma and really loved it and have been begging for a follow-up to that. While this isn't directly a follow-up to it, it does have a lot of those themes and little side trails. We'll take off on those because we know mental health affects 1 in 5, if not more. There's studies that definitely say more than that. I'm going to go on the conservative side of that, of everybody in the United States. And so we're definitely going to bump up against those in our coaching practice. So it's important that we have the tools and resources and the confidence to be able to coach confidently with them.
Awesome. I'm so excited for these events. And just a reminder, all of these were out there. They're all approved for CEUs from the National Board for Health and Wellness Coaching. So 1 CEU for each one of these courses. And I know Ashley is way too modest to say this, but we have amazing, amazing, amazing response to any webinar that is hosted by her. And everybody always walks away saying how they've learned a lot. And there's a lot of things that they actually take away and start using in their practice right away. So I, for one, am really excited to tune in and to see what you're going to teach us. So super fun. So we talked about where the profits are going, not just the profits, actually, where all the money is going from the events that we host. So this is all going towards the scholarship that we have. And this is the Rita and Jean Pressman Memorial Scholarship. And we award 5 scholarships for each exam sitting, so 15 a year. And now we're going to be actually doing more because of the money that we were able to raise from the symposium and also from some of these webinars that we're hosting. And this is financial based scholarships for those who can't afford to sit for the national board exam. And we cover the full fee of the exam, also exam prep, and Ashley hosts an exam prep group for the winners. So we accept applications on a rolling basis. We just announced the 5 winners for the spring sitting. Yep, the spring, yes. Right? And now the summer one, we're accepting scholarship applications for the summer one. So if you know somebody who wants to apply, if you want to apply, please, the team is looking at applications on the rolling basis. And we are really, really proud to be able to offer this to the community. And now our special guest.
Oh, no.
You love her. You've missed her since last year.
I'm back. I never left. I'm always here. I'm just in the background listening.
Hi, shadows.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good start of the year. I guess we are almost done with this first kind of month, so time flies. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Rebecca. I'm the community manager here at YourCoach, and I'm super excited to bring you some industry news, I guess. We read a lot here at YourCoach, and we keep an eye on what's going on, especially when it says health coaching or health or healthcare, because it's important, and this is what we are all about. So I have 2 pieces of news today. One is from...
She froze.
Hello, I'm back.
I wish I knew what she was going to tell us.
Oh, no.
No.
You hear me? Hello.
We hear your voice.
Hi. Sorry, I'm not sure.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you see me? Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try. I don't know what happened. My laptop just went crazy, so I apologize. Ooh.
It's not like it's live or anything. Don't worry.
No, it's not. Hello.
Elsa's into dad jokes.
Oh my
The
God, I'm
dad,
back.
Eugene, the dad around here is really into dad jokes.
Oh no.
Oh, all day long. Get dad jokes.
Hi, I hope you can see me, hear me. Oh my God. Everything.
You're frozen, but we can hear you. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
now you're good.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what happened. Everything just went black for a second. So, um, that was
All good.
interesting. However, I'm back. So hopefully I can share my news now.
Yes.
So the first one is a really interesting statistics that was posted by the National Health Career Association, and it's just called Five Statistics That Prove Why We Need More Health Coaching in Primary Care. And it's super interesting. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you can all read it. It's quite long, but one statistic that caught my eye is the fourth one, which says that 91% of patients said that they need more help with chronic disease management. And I think that that's just so important. And this is where health coaches come in. Health coaches are an amazing addition to any doctor's office, any hospital. So, it's something that I think this year is going to be big on, is just how health coaches can help even more, and how they can get into even more spaces to help patients. And the other one is a really cool kind of blog that was posted by Cleveland Clinic on 10 health trends that should go viral in 2023. And it's all about, there are quite a lot of things here. So skincare, exercise, snacks, but the third one is to work with a health and wellness coach. And I thought that's so amazing that Cleveland Clinic is not a small thing. So
That's
when they
true.
realized that this is one of the top 3 trends in 2023, I was super happy. So I will add them into the chat so you can all read it. Let me know what you think. And I was just excited to hear your opinion as well. And sorry
Thank you.
about freezing.
We forgot all about it. I don't even know what you're talking about. Old news, old news.
Old news.
But you know what? Actually, you were just doing a very beautiful infomercial, because we're going to cover that exact thing in our Coaching in a Digital World, because we're going to talk about what to do when technology may freeze up or not go according to plan, when you have tech issues. How do you handle that in a coaching situation so that you don't lose focus on the coaching part of the call?
So what you're saying.
Thank you for that. It was all planned.
Is one of the things tell dad jokes? Is that one of the things you do?
Me? Oh,
No, when it's I'm asking
I enjoy it.
I laugh on dad jokes.
You missed the dad joke when you were
no.
when you were frozen.
I love them and I laugh at them a lot. So I have a maybe not a terrible sense of humor, but a very particular one. But yeah, maybe we can cut a little ad from this and then just put it on our website.
See, always thinking, always ideas. But in line with what you were saying, like, we're referring to 2023 as the year of the health coach. Like, this is it. It just feels like this is the year, like everything up until now to this point kind of just been leading up to it, and we're just building up to it. And it's finally, the profession is being recognized, and not just the profession, but how much value health coaching is actually bringing to end users. And it's to the clients, it's to the patients, it's anybody who could benefit. It's interesting. I had a conversation with somebody, and we're talking about health coaching, and I offered it to them. It was somebody who was really interested in what health coaching is. And their answer to me was, I'm healthy. I don't need a health coach. I'm actually fine. So I don't need a health coach. I'm like, okay, not going to argue with you. That's fine. The person comes back literally 10 minutes later, and they're like, actually, you know what? I do need help. I need some help with my sleep. So it just shows you're a healthy person. That's fine. Healthy can be defined in many, many different ways, but we can all use a little help with something. And I love that. I love that approach. So they're now going to be working with a health coach. one of ours on a platform. So I'm super excited to see what the outcomes are going to be. But health coaching is for everyone. That's what we've been saying.
But isn't sleep like probably the biggest part of health? Like for me, it's just such a crucial, building block of health to have good sleep, to have good quality sleep. It's so important. I think it can make or break your entire day. So
Absolutely. I'm half a person when I don't get my 4 hours of sleep. We're not going to talk about that. Yeah. So as always, we're going to ask you guys, what can we do to make your virtual home better? What can we do to make it cozier? Because that's what your coach is. It's your virtual home. So let us know what we can do, whether you are one of our B2B partners, whether you're a coach who is practicing on the platform, if you are a client who is tuning in, let us know what we can do to make your experience better, because that's what we're all about around here. And that brings us to my favorite part, which is let's chat. So I'm going to stop sharing because I want to see your guys' faces.
I stayed on. Are you guys so proud of me? I normally disappear, but it's 2023 and I thought I might stay for the questions. And I have them. I'm here. So
this is the year we're going to be seeing more Rebecca on camera.
Let's not go as far as that. Yes, yeah. We'll try. So we have a few questions in the Q&A. So one of them is about the symposium. Really, somebody just commented that they really love the symposium and if we will do any events this year. And I think you ladies cover that pretty much until May, but we'll have more events this year for sure.
And not only we're going to have events,
maybe
drum roll, please.
Symposium, we don't know. Keep your eyes on your socials.
Actually, do you want to share the dates since we have them already?
Yes, actually, we do know. I was trying to be mysterious, but I can't. So we actually gonna have the third edition of our symposium
the fourth, Rebecca. The fourth.
What?
The fourth. Yeah.
Really?
The fourth.
Oh my God.
Rebecca lost the year. Which symposium year did you lose?
Oh my God, I don't know. I think I'm losing my mind about the newest edition of our symposium, which is gonna be on the 1st and the 2nd of November. So super excited. It's a virtual event, so stay tuned. It's gonna be great. We will share the program very soon, or at least the theme and what we're gonna be focusing on. But if there's anybody who you would like to hear from or see a presentation, a webinar, it's a 2-day huge webinar, but if you want to see a session with one of your favorite speakers, then let us know and then I would be happy to look into it. The next question is, how can somebody become eligible for the scholarship program? So that was the question, if they are eligible, and how can they check if they would be?
So the scholarship, the applications are open to everyone. It is based on financial need. We don't ask for your W-2s. We don't ask for your income. This is based on what you tell us. We are a very trusting bunch. So it's based on financial need, but it's also based on your passion for health and wellness coaching.
Yeah, I think it's important too, just to qualify that and say you do have to be qualified to sit for the exam to win the scholarship too. So you have to have completed your health coaching program that's qualified for the NBHWC to sit. And then you need to have done your coaching hours and be able to supply the education requirements. So,
right, because once we
fill out the application.
The application, they're not refundable. So once we pick a winner and once we pay for them, that spot is being taken from somebody else. So that's why we want to make sure that whoever we pick is eligible to sit for the exam. Good point, Ashley. I'm just like so excited to open it up to everyone. I forgot about.
And there are two questions around features, so maybe I'll bundle them together. One is that if they, when my clients be able to share their food diaries with me, and I'm sure you guys answered that. And around the same question is that if there will be more additions to the food diary or extra stuff coming.
So yes and yes, definitely more additions to the food diary. And then as far as when the sharing feature, that's going to be in March. I don't have the exact release date, but it's going to be sometime in March. And what we're doing with the food diary, so we have the features, we have the roadmap of features that we know are absolutely necessary, but then we're going to stop for a minute and we're going to stop making up features and we're going to wait to hear from you. We want you guys to use it. We want you to feel comfortable with it and tell us what it is that you think is missing, because we want to develop for your needs. So just going to leave that there.
Perfect. Oh, wow. Interesting question. Are you currently hiring? Would love to work with the YourCoach team. That's so sweet. Thank you.
I know, like, so I love it. We get applications all the time. People send us applications and it's really amazing and we appreciate it. But we are not hiring for a team. We don't have any positions open. However, if you're a practicing coach on the YourCoach platform and you qualify for the perk, we're all about health coachpreneurs around here. So you can have more clients through being a contracted coach through us with our industry partners. So while we don't hire, we do provide opportunities for coaches.
Amazing.
And I love that you guys want to work with us. That's amazing. Thank you. It's like the
So
biggest
happy.
compliment.
Yeah.
And there was another question about the deadline for the next scholarship. So the summer sitting.
I want to say it's about a month before the national board deadline. I believe it's on the website. I believe it's in our website. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
It's normally
the application period opens April 17th, and so we're usually a month ahead of that. So I would say early March, but check the website for the specific dates.
Yep. Yeah, we just recently updated it with all the dates.
Well, good luck.
I don't like it when I don't have a question. That's it? That was easy.
Yeah, this was it. I believe it was the end of March. For sure. Just we want to make sure that we have enough time to read everything carefully and get back to you. And yeah, so
Awesome.
that was it.
That was fun as always. Happy January. Happy
2023.
Happy 2020.
Welcome.
Should we start all over? Hi.
Let's do it. Let's do one more. And thank you everyone for coming. The next town hall is on the 22nd of February, just so everybody knows, but it's also on our website, so you can sign up.
Well, we'll be here. So hope to see all of you guys. Hope to see you on the platform. And thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of the day and see you soon. Thanks, Ashley. Thanks, Rebecca.